Welcome to Coding Literacy Flakes 33 of 40 Scratch Part 6 Selection. Now we did look at selection with JavaScript several flakes ago, and what we did there, we guessed a mystery number. I'll be doing the same thing here with Scratch. Now I'm firing up Scratch and I'm using Scratch version 2, the offline editor. So first of all, we need a mystery number, a random number between say 1 and 100. Now with Scratch you can create your own variables. I'm going to customize a variable under data, make a variable, and I'm going to call this one mystery number. I'll call it whatever I want, but I want to call it mystery number. Now let's set it up. Now the first thing I'm going to do is set that mystery number to a random number. The random number is under operators. There's a random number generator right there with Scratch. And I want to choose a number between 1 and 100. So now I've got a mystery number that I don't even know what it is. Okay, the next thing you'll do is get the response from the user, the input. So under sensing, we need a response. We need to ask the user something like, guess a number from 1 to 100. And we wait. Now what that does, that automatically activates a default variable. They're both variables. This one's a customized variable called mystery number. Here's a default variable. Whatever they put in under ask, answer goes with it. Okay, so it goes in there. So that's a variable, that's default, that's customized. Okay, so now I need to check between the user response and the random number that goes under the mystery variable. Let's just check it. So this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to say, look, something like along the lines of let's look. Let's put a loop in there. So let's check my answer against the computer random generator. So to do that, I need some sort of operation. So under operation, I want to check, do they equal each other? So does my answer, there you go, equal the mystery number? So if I go back to data, I've got mystery number right there. And I'll put it into that section there. I need to check that. Now if that's correct, I need some sort of response. And this is where you get your selection, right? So let's do a simple selection. And we're going to control, and there's all different types of selections. You select one or the other. Okay, so there's my selection. I'm going to put the operation in there to do a check. So let's just join those together. Mystery number is chosen. You put a response on the screen for the user to enter a number between 1 and 100, and then you check to see if it's correct. If it's correct, you need to get some sort of response. So let's say something. Let's say something along the lines of, you got it right. Okay, so if I was to activate that, let's put a flag on there, and it gives me this, guess a number from 1 to 100. So guess a number. I type in there 45 and nothing happens. It actually tells you there the number 76. I was to run it again and I see the number's 31. Okay, I put in 31. You got it right. So it works. But we're not going to see that. Eventually we're going to get rid of that up there, so it tells me what the random number is. Run it again. It's 73. I type in 34. Nothing happens. But we need to select between, you know, whether you get it right or not. So I'm going to choose another type of selection. That's this one here called the if then else. So if that is true, then you give this response, you got it right, or I'll say you got it wrong. Some along the lines, you got it wrong. So there's a choice now to be made between the two. Let's run the program. We know the number is 77. If I put up in 77, it gives me the first choice. You got it right. Let's run it again. 67, let's get it wrong. 65, you got it wrong. So selecting between the two choices. So now the game start to develop. Okay, now what I want to do is we're going to play this game until the user gets it right. So this game's going to keep going forever. So we repeat the whole lot. Another type of, this is an iteration. And I'll repeat until. Okay, so if I do a repeat until, right down here, until they equal each other. So that means the game's going to keep going forever and ever until the user gets it right. And then I'm going to put my selection there. Let's get rid of these for now. And I'll select. So if once it gets it right, the program stops. If they don't get it right, we need some responses. So what type of responses do we need? Well, first of all, we need to work out, is the number higher or lower? So let's just choose this one here, the greater than sign. There we go. And we work out our variables again. If the answer the user puts in is greater than the random number, okay, we need one type of response, and might put in there, well, if it's greater than, you say lower. Okay, so give the user a clue to get the answer correct. Now, if the answer is lower, then we need to say higher. So I need another, actually, I need to make three choices. Is the answer higher, is the answer lower, or is it correct? So this only gives me two choices. To get a third choice, I need to put another if else. Computers can only make two choices, and you keep nesting the choices to give you that additional choice. So the two choices are nested one with an if then else. So it gives me now 1, 2, 3. Well, this is one choice. The bigger picture is two choices. That's my third and fourth. So I'll put another response in there, or check I should say. And this one's going to be checking to see if it's less than. If it's less than, same thing. If I go to my answer, this is what the user puts in, and put answer in there. If the answer is less than the mystery number, you're going to say something like higher, because less than, you want to say, look, you've got to go higher in order to get the right answer. Okay, let's just, and then if they've done all that, then it must be correct. So you say you got it right. So I need a response, and you say you got it right. Okay. Now I'll put that in there. Let's just run the program and see what happens. The program is very fast, so there may be a lot of errors here. Guess your number. I type in 50. I know the number's 20, but type in 50. Lower. Okay. And it's stuck. And I believe the reason why it's stuck is because it's going too fast. So it's running into each other. So I think I might have to change that, say to this one here. We'll wait a few seconds, have a bit of a breather, and type in lower. Okay, let's get rid of that one there, which means I'm going to have to change this around and wait a couple of seconds and type in higher. Okay, let's get rid of that, just drag to the side. And this one here, let's get rid of that and say you got it right. Okay, I'll just drag this side and put that in there. And let's see how this goes now. If we run it, start from 1 to 50, I type in 50, lower, and we've still got problems. Let's see what's causing it. Okay, the problem is I'm putting the ask outside the repeat. It should be inside the repeat, because I'm not repeating the question, am I? Just run it again. Guess the number, I'll type in 50, lower, and it goes again. It's working now. Type in, it said lower, so let's type in 25, higher. Okay, so we type in 42. You got it right. So that's working. That's good. Okay, what I'm going to do now is let's make it a little bit more friendly than this. I'm going to introduce the following, the stage, right? We haven't talked about stage before, but to make it a little bit more exciting, let's go to the stage and let's change the backdrop. There are a lot of different choices here. There's a library, or you can get it from the internet, and I want to choose the bedroom. Okay, that's my choice. So the backdrop changes. Go to bedroom, go back to the Scratch program. Oops, under script. It's there, okay. And I don't actually want the sprite to be a cat. Let's just change that. I could change the cat costume of the cat if I go to costumes, and I don't want that. Let's just choose right. I choose the ballerina here. Choose ballerina here. Okay. And so I don't want the cat at all, so let's get rid of the cat. And I might choose a second costume, and I might choose this one here, I suppose. Yeah, choose that one. So I've got two costumes. I've got one sprite, and it's got two costumes. That costume there and that costume there. Now the sprite is too small for the room, so what I want to do is enlarge it. So if I go to enlarging the sprite under here, just grab that tool to enlarge. If I click it on several times, okay, so I've got the sprite enlarged. Yeah, how do I use it? If I go to script, I want to put some costumes in there just to make it exciting. Okay. Now, what I do is here is there's a costume there, and if we run the program now, the ballerina says guess a number between 150 or 100. I'll type in 50. It says higher. We know the number's 56, etc., etc. I type in 56, and I get it right. Now, when I get it right, I want the ballerina to be excited. So what I want to do is add a costume in here. I'm going to switch the costumes to ballerina C, and then switch it back to ballerina A. And actually, I might make that 4 seconds. If we run it now, it gets a number to 150. I type in 50, or 100 I should say. 50 is lower. I type in 25. It's lower. I type in 10. It's higher. I type in 19. And she gets excited. Actually, I don't like that one. I might change it around. I might change the costume. Let's go to costumes. I'm going to find a costume, a better ballerina costume. And let's just choose this one here, I suppose. D. So I'm going to get rid of this one here. And I'm going to go back to my script. Switch over to ballerina D here. So if I was to run it again, the number is 79. And she's happy. There you go. Right, for 4 seconds, and then she's back. Okay, now the last thing I'm going to do to finish this off, so the game's working really nicely, is I don't want to see that. So if you go to data and uncheck mystery number, that disappears. Now the game is up to the user. I don't even know what the number is myself. So let's just open that up. That's what the user sees. We play the game. Gets number between 1 and 100, so type in 50. Higher, so type in 75. Lower, I type in 65. Higher, so type in 70. Higher, so type in 72 or 73. Lower, okay, type in 72. Lower, okay, type in 71. Yay, got it right. And that's the game. Thank you for watching.